second moment of the moment. Very exciting, and for a fight that was announced this week, we have Amir King Khan and also Luis Collazo. They're joining us today, along with Richard Schaefer, Chief Executive Officer, Golden Boy Promotions, and Steven Espinoza, Executive Vice President and General Manager of Showtime. So it's very exciting, and I'm going to turn it over to participants and start with Richard Schaefer, who will make the introductions. Richard?
Thank you very much, Kelly, and welcome to all the media. I'm truly excited to host this first conference call, which will be a series of conference calls leading up to May 3rd, the moment. This is obviously not just an undercard fight or so. Khan and Collazo could headline by itself any main event, any Showtime Championship boxing, and frankly at the Barclays Center, without any question, would fill up the Barclays Center on its own. Same can be said with Adrian Broner, his return. A lot of question marks there. How is he going to be? Is it what kind of effects will that fight he had against Maidana bring? What kind of effects will it have when he returns to the ring on May 3rd? Clearly a main event in its own, and Jay Leon Love and Marco Beriban is a 50-50 fight. So just a great card. I want to thank Floyd Mayweather to make this card happen. It's the most expensive pay-per-view card we have ever put together, and I believe the most expensive card ever put together in the sport of boxing. I want to thank Floyd. I want to thank Steven Espinoza and Showtime to make this happen. And most importantly, I want to thank all the fighters to be on that card, because sometimes fighters, their ego gets into the way, and they're going to say, well, you know, I know I'm a main event, and I know I can headline, and I know I can fill up the venue. So it takes special fighters who understand that that they understand what benefits this brings to them to be on an event like this, and that's exactly what Mayweather cards have become. They have become the event. They have to become must-see TV. This is our sports version of the Super Bowl, and I think to be part of that event shows you that Amir Khan and Luis Collazo and Broner and Molina and all those guys, they understand that, and they're happy to be part of this big event on May 3rd. So thank you to Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions, but I want to thank the sponsors as well, Corona, O'Reilly, and Auto Parts, and AT&T. And I want to make you aware there are very few tickets left. As of yesterday, the gate number was just $100,000 shy of 15 million. $14.9 million worth of tickets have been sold. A total sellout will be 15.4 million. I think we have 283 tickets at $1,500 left. There are none left, or actually two left at $1,000. And there is 188 left at $750. The 550s are gone, and the 350s are gone. So I anticipate any day that we are going to announce a complete sellout. I do want to announce that because it is virtually a sellout now, we will go on sale on Friday with the closed circuit seats in Las Vegas. We will have 35,000 closed circuit seats available in all of the different MGM resort properties, and the closed circuit seats will be $75. So that will go on sale on Friday. Now, before I'm going to be introducing the fighters, I want to turn it over to, I know he's the general manager and so on, but for me, he's really the man behind Showtime Sports, and he's the main guy. He's the president of Showtime Sports, and that is Steven Espinoza. Steven, please, if you want to make some comments.
Thank you, Richard. I'll be brief so we can hear from the fighters, which is, I know all of us are interested in. I'd like to echo Richard's remarks. With this undercard, it's clear that we are continuing the tradition that we started with Mayweather Guerrero, and that is the commitment by Richard, by Mayweather Promotions, by Showtime pay-per-view, that we will put on high-quality undercards. Do undercards, quite honestly, that far exceed what is normally expected for an undercard. And in particular, I've got to thank Floyd for making the investment, and truly it is a financial investment because, as Richard said, this is the most expensive undercard that we are aware of, possibly in history. And that money has to come from somewhere, so this truly is an investment in the sport. Last but not least, I'd like to obviously thank Amir and Luis. There's no surprise that they took these fights. Both Amir and Luis have always taken on all comers. I'm very excited. This I think, is the fight that may actually steal the show on the entire night of May 3rd. Amir, as you all know, you know him well. He's an aggressive, fan-friendly fighter. There's never been a boring Khan fight. He's always in exciting fights. You also know Luis Collazo very well as well. He's faced the elite in his weight class, Ricky Hatton, Shane Mosley, Andre Berto. In my book, he beat at least 2 of the 3 of those, on my scorecard. And he, as well, is a very aggressive, fan-friendly fighter. And so I expect fireworks in this one. I can't wait. I'll turn it over back to Richard, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Stephen. Indeed, I believe this to be a 50-50 fight. I can give you 10 reasons why Collazo is going to win, and I can give you 10 reasons why Khan is going to win. Luis Collazo has been waiting for this opportunity. He knows what it takes to get there. He is the current WBA international welterweight champion, and he's a former WBA welterweight champion, has been fighting at 147 his entire career. Strong, is big, is dangerous, and comes off most recently an amazing, a huge victory when he had this blistering second-round knockout victory over the favorite, the former world champion Victor Ortiz. It's the moment Louis has been waiting for. He knows it's a big fight. He knows it's a big fight on the biggest stage of the sport, and I know that he is going to be ready. I know he's going to be well prepared, and I know that he's going to want to walk away with that victory over Amir Khan on May the 3rd. He is a terrific guy. He's